Jason and I met when we were 15 years old. We were in high school together. He graduated high school and he did a year in college and it just wasn't his thing. And his mom and daddy were like, well, you got to do something. So he joined the military. He went and enlisted in the Air Force. I was head over heels for him, and my daddy kind of told me, well, you ain't going nowhere. He and I ran down to the Justice of Peace and we got married, and I wanted to go with him. I wanted to leave with him. He left to basic training in November of '97. We got married 2 days before he left to basic training. He wasn't there when Jocelyn was born. He was gone. So 18 years old, having your first baby, kind of by yourself, you know. It wasn't what you expected, but you made the most of it, and I was happy that I had her. He got his first duty station. We were in San Antonio, and so that was home for us, and for quite a while, so till 2004. But it was home for me and the kids, really. Yeah. He was always TDY, whether it was in Italy or Russia or stateside. He did local, you know, not too far TDYs, but it was usually me and the kids. He did Iraqi freedom, he did Afghanistan, and he did Kosovo. I didn't think anything of it because it was just normal for us. It was just my life, you know. I worked a full-time job. I was going to school part-time to get my degree, and I was raising kids, you know. And so I used to tell people, because they were like, how do you do it? His last deployment was to Iraq. He was in Mosul, and I was in my last year of college, working full-time at the bank. I had 3 kids, and I was pregnant with our 4th. And you know, I was always asked, you know, how do you do it? And I said, I do it for my kids. Like, I wake up every day and I do it for my kids. And it was like Groundhog Day every day. You know, you wake up, they eat breakfast, you line out their clothes, their backpacks and everything, and you get up, you go, you do your thing, and in the afternoon, you know, you cook dinner and everybody's doing homework and take baths, and you put them to bed and repeat it next day. You just keep going. He's always different when he comes back, but then it's like, how do you insert him into our routine? Like, our routine works for us. It's great, but how do you insert yourself, or insert somebody else, should I say? And it was a struggle, and I think what helped Jason and I the most is when you PCS somewhere, and yes, you have your military spouses that are your friends, and you lean on them for a lot, but you have each other. And you have to make it work. So you don't have mama and daddy to run to. You don't have your sister to go and confide to. Whatever happens between you and a marriage as a military spouse, you have to work it out. I mean, it's going to either make you or break you. And I was hell-bent on it making me. And it did. Jason is real resilient. And I guess any military man is. You have to be able to leave and come back and, you know, reaccustom yourself to real life.
And now he's retired?
Now he's retired,
okay,
yes.
So newly retired, right?
Yeah, a year and a half,
okay.
Yeah, retired.
And how's that?
It's good. That itself was a transition, so hold tight. Wow, you're here every day.
I know.
Are you going TDY? Are you going TDY soon?
Yes.
No, so it is a transition. It was a transition. It's better now, and he and I work in the same field. He's a real estate agent, and I'm his loan officer, and so we work really close together. And it's allowed us to strengthen our relationship, not only, you know, on our business relationship, but our personal relationship has been strengthened. And we're both very in tune with our faith, and I think that is something that has carried us through our wave, so to speak. Is we've always believed those that pray together, they stay together. And so we've never wavered from that. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything that we went through. It made us who we are. It molded us into the people that we are, the parents that we are, the spouses that we are to each other, the resiliency that we have as individuals. It's because of the military life that we had. You know, we were both strong for ourselves, for each other, for our family. And I think I look back and I kind of wonder sometimes, I'm like, where would we be if you would have gotten out at the 10-year mark, or, you know, if you wouldn't have done, you know, a full 21 years or whatever. I constantly wonder about that, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful for what the military gave us and provided to us. You know, I've always worked. I've never been a stay-at-home mom, you know, or anything like that. But he had a hard time when he got into the civilian world, and he's like, they don't care about their people. He was like, I miss the morale. I miss the camaraderie of my soldiers. He was like, we all cared for each other. It mattered, you know, what was going on at home. You know, it affected more than just them. He goes, and out here, he goes, sometimes it just doesn't. So I'm grateful because it taught us how to love a family bigger than yourself.